Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I am Peach and today we're playing the one game and another game and that one thing. It does not make any sense. Yeah, we're playing the Stanley Parable, I think it's how you say it. I'm not quite sure. That's okay. If you haven't already, make sure to go sub to my Twitch channel at Peach Gothic Official, and if you haven't subbed to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, go sub to that at not at at Peach Gothic. Yeah, one less word. One word less. Are y'all excited? I forget how many badges you can even get in this. Too many. That's how many. Wait, let me check. I'll check for you. You can get 11 badges. Click on door 430 times. Huh. I think the normal game, this is a bit different because usually has more, but I don't know, it's fine, whatever, don't care. Okay, are you ready? Chad, are you ready? I hope you're ready, because we're about to start. We're gonna do English because I'm not gonna be able to play. No. Until the computer is barely visible or very visible. I'm gonna make sure it's very visible. What time is it? Okay, cool.
This is the story of a man named
Stanley.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I don't know why.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427
And pushed buttons on his keyboard.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling
I don't like
him what
that.
buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day.
How dare you call me employee 427? I am Peach!
Others might have considered it soul-winning. Stanley relished every moment of the orders he gave, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Nuh-uh. Oh!
Was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
What happened?
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Peach's life.
Something he would
Not
never quite
Stanley.
forget.
Yeah.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions.
Or even say hi.
Or even say
Did
hi.
not sound like
Never in
you.
all his years at the company had this happen.
Sound like you, Peach. What do you mean it didn't sound like me?
Something
What?
was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable
Trying to
move
listen to
for
my
the
own
longest
audio.
time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I just... Oh. Wait, I got this. Let me just... I got this. Wait. Wait. Can I turn this more up? No. If I turn this more down. Yeah. Okay, ready? Okay, what should we do first? What if I like... Beep beep. Can I like... Okay, let's go. Let's go this way.
All of his co-workers were gone, What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I turned this computer off. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? I don't know if I was supposed to do that. I'm gonna jump out the window. What are you gonna do about that? I can't jump out the window. What do you mean that did not sound like me? Did not sound like you said. Did not sound like... I'm confused. Can you restate that, please? Oh, my eyes are hurting. Where is it? Oh. Turn that off, too. I've never played this, by the way. Like, I can show you the thing. A brand new game, as you saw from me. There's a computer in there. I want to turn it off. Where is everyone? I want to touch... Files. Steal their files! What's back there, I wonder?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Let me in! Open the door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left? Wait. Guys, we have an option here. What door should I go through? Should I go through door number 1? The left door, or door number 2? Sorry, I'm unpacking. I'm throwing my trash everywhere right now. I'm gonna get murdered later. I got this new blanket, and I'm kind of cold, so I'm testing out. It's very nice. Okay, Lee, what door should we go? Left or right? He told us we should go to the left door. Should we go to the left, or should we go to the right? I'm gonna take these out soon. These don't stop making sound. It's irritating me now. Lee? What? Door. What one? Door to left or door to right? So, wait. Imagine we can just... Oh, we can't. You said, how dare you call me employee 27 from my audio. It said like you said a curse word. Oh. We should go to the left? Okay, we're going to the left. Okay. There's another computer on. Oh.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Better safe than profits. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I don't wanna. What are you
There
guys?
was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
He's
No
getting
reason to still be here.
he's getting a little mad at me right now.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
Yeah, I am.
At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I don't know what that means. What does FA mean?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
Yes, I am.
Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Oh, I couldn't say your mom. Is there a way how I can tell him? Your mom!
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
He's getting a little mad at
I
me.
thought to mention it.
What are you gonna do about it, huh?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Oh, he's getting a little mad. He got pink text now.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably
Excuse me?
because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That
Did
or
you-
drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What? No, I'm not. I play Roblox, you madman.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
No, I didn't.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I'm moving.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
How did you know I was on a computer?
To any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
Haha.
All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No, make me. Still here. Lee, what do you think of me being in here? It's gonna be like 2 minutes, and then they're gonna be like, ugh! They're gonna be like, ugh! I'm staying in here. I'm gonna fix my glasses. What are you gonna do about it? Awkward silence. How's y'all day doing? How you doing? Hello. I'm not leaving. Oh, that's good. Can I like... I'm gonna look at the door. What are you gonna do, huh? Huh? Throw hands with me, I dare you! You can't do nothing. I win. Stan's there. How long do we have to do this? Is there a badge? I'm gonna check. Don't play the... Oh, God. Don't play the Stanley Paradox for 10 years. Speedrun. Complete the Stanley Paradox in under 4 minutes, including... Not including on it. Something tells me nothing's gonna happen. No, something's gonna happen. Setting world champion. Set all sliders in the menu. There 12 10 humans. Quit the game and then start it again. Beat the game. You can't jump. We disabled it. Oh man. Fine. Fine, I'll leave.
Ah, second. You too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of animals. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
What are you gonna do? Whee! Fine.
Coming to
No!
his place, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Should we go up the stairs or down the stairs? What do you think? Up or down? Down or up? Up or down? Bam, bam. Kind of want to go up, but I also want to go down. What if I go? Let me out. That looks like a death trap down there, honestly. I don't know why. Lee, what way should we go? You have to help me out, bro. Maybe you should go on the Twitch stream, because that's way up to date. Because YouTube is very delayed. You should go down. Okay, I will go down. What is this? There's a piece of paper on the ground. It has a bunch of... Can I pick this up? No, I cannot.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
That is
Why
true.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
True.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
He was sleeping.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
No.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield. And it
No.
disappeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
This is not...
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock for Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
No!
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please.
I just got 2 badges.
I want my apartment.
I'm alive!
And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Can he hurry up? Is there like... Is there a way he can like be faster? Interact, jump, interact, crouch, auto walk.
I am normal.
No, you're not.
Everything will be
I am-
fine.
No.
I am okay.
Ah! But I'm still here. See ya.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Ah! Okay.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself,
No, no.
then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
No!
Although she would soon turn to give call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that
Dang.
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by
Dang.
extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Oh! Oh! Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Input receive. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Gonna go up. There's a lot of doors. To be rich, To be rich. Is it a crime to commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life. I want to use the bathroom, man. Oh. Yeah, I just... Is this... I want to look around. Ah! I'm going in here. See ya. Oh, sick! I like this music. Hi, Anne. I don't wanna. No. We could keep pressing button. Isn't there a badge for that? Wait a minute. Click the door. Meow, 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 meow. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out! This piece of paper is glowing. Oh. Oh, he's singing too. Let me out! I don't want to be in here anymore. Bro, let me out. He won't let me out! No, I swear. I swear I didn't get stuck in an elevator. It wasn't me. He's singing. He's singing. Stop! I'm freaking out. Let me out! Let me out! I don't want to stop! Let me out! This is great music, but I want to leave. It was different when I could leave voluntarily. Let me out. I don't want to be here. Can I have like dancing? Get out of here. Do I have to like restart? Am I like... I might have to restart. I think I actually broke the game that time. My bad, guys.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I accidentally broke the game. There's a door we have to go to. We have to go to the door for 4:30. That specific door.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let me in. I'm sure I'll be fine. Okay, I'm not doing that again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct...
Sure, pal.
By sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
No. No, I want to go up. No. Go up.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
No.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No. Goodbye.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
I'm gonna do this a few times.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have. An incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat. Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I'll show you.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I'm so funny. Oh, it's the boss's office.
Oh my god. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
I really made him now.
Okay, I'm ready.
Made him
Prepare
mad.
to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Excuse me. I'm so funny, you guys.
Alright, I have fully come to terms with it.
Okay.
I have made space in my worldview
Yep.
for this astonishing new reality.
Okay.
As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course, going back down the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipated. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
I'm making him mad. We're going back up. He just has nothing to say.
You know
Oh,
what?
he does.
I just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow?
Oh, I dislike you so much.
There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting?
Oh, I
than
hate you.
It seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible.
Oh,
They
I
want
hate
big,
them.
explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters? Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises? To
True.
have to think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal.
How much
This
longer?
is
Why is it so far
what you
up?
and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed.
Oh,
in
no,
years.
we're here.
And it's
No, we're
here
not.
all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel.
He's
all
starting
the
to
time.
sound like a crazy person, I'm
Which is
not
why
gonna
we're so
lie.
starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital.
Are we almost there? I can
That's why
see
people
the
like you so
top.
much, Stanley, because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition.
I
You're a
did
rule
spit in your
follower,
face.
you know? People look up to you.
No, they
Which
don't.
is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you.
Me?
So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling.
Yay!
Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but
I
I thought
know.
it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
Yay!
They really look up to you, Stanley.
No, they
I
don't.
don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture.
I'm
that
so
might leave
confused
a
what you're trying to
tremendous
tell me right
impact on
now.
them for
You've
the
said it 3
better.
times and
Oh, good, we're here.
Where are we?
Okay.
No!
We're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Whoa.
Ah, yes. Here it is, just through this door.
Do I have to? Wait a minute. Zhao.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart.
I wasn't talking to
I'm
you.
proud of you, Stanley. Okay.
I was
it looks
talking
like
to
they're
someone
ready for you.
else.
Go get them.
I'm gonna open this door. Almonds, chair, gum, table, nut bar. Why? Why? But why? I can hear people talking. I don't wanna. Do I have to? Can I like not go? We think we'll like. I just entered someone else's stream, not on purpose too. Involuntarily. Stop it. No. 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 Okay, I'm crazy. I had to like look something up for a minute. It is you! I knew it! I knew it. I have to... Ah! Okay. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, I walked into a door.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Ah, yes. All worth it.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy. and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's
No.
possible that this is why everyone left.
That's mean. How dare you? Disrespect, bro. I'm gonna stay
Stanley
here.
sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
And you're playing all these games and it's showing in stream. Yeah, like, can I sit right here? I can't. I'm gonna stand here then. What are you gonna do, huh? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're like, oh man. Fine, I'll go. Not because I want to. Ooh. Ooh. Oh.
But at last, he had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong
Hee-hee.
foot here. I'm
Goodbye.
not your enemy, Rich, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you're
Yay!
powerful.
I win.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the
I
kind
know.
that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
We'll get there. One day.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
No, I want this door. Let me in! I will sit here and click this door until it opens. Plus, that door's not even over here, so like... One day, we will stay at this door and we will continue to click it. Where's door 117? Door 117 is like nowhere nearby. So like, how many times do I have to click this? 55 times. Click the door 5 times. Oh, I already did it 5 times though. Where's the other door?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Oh god. 415.
Now, back to door number 437.
I'm gonna kill this game already. I will kill this game.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Where's the copy machine?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yay! We're getting somewhere.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
We'll get there. I'll get there. How do I climb up there?
Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Yeah, bro is having a moment.
We've almost got it. Now the copy machine, do that one again.
He sounds crazy.
Finish it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 4. Yes, we did it. Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
That scared me.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Too
Perhaps
bad.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
See ya.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
My wife?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
My wife? My wife?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
My wife? Hello, where am I?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
I'll be back. Anyways, I've returned. I apologize for being gone.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Yeah.
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something.
What?
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
What if I just don't?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Death!
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
I've been deceived.
And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls, and down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Press to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
Don't, no! Go away!
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Oh, man. Goes to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. He's slowly killing himself. He won't listen to me. He won't stop.
I don't go to bed at
Watch
11.
this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Yeah, I hate you so much. Hate you so much.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to you.
Ew, I did not say that. You're a weirdo.
Well, maybe this time you'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Haha. I got myself excited.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could
did it
this mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, he missed many memos. You make things weird. Stop. This is different. This is not normal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe you should be working and not watching my content.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief. Oh no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had left.
B4.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply...
Oh, man.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
What if I, like...
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Maybe you shouldn't watch my content, even if you're working and your boss gave you permission, because it might be distracting and you might get in trouble. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
There's more cups than last time.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Maybe after this I'll play Tattletale.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy, and reflected that at last he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Button. There are no feet! What feet?
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Dang it, I can't go down more. Do I get a choice? Apparently.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. Down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding?
Fired?
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely
Fired.
unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart
I can
the
ban
game
you.
from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I have moderators. And I have accountances. Wait, actually, Lee, if you're still here, can you, if this guy decides that he's gonna, like, you know, do bad things, I give you permission to ban. No, they don't get paid. What the?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Yes.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
This door. There's so many doors. Wow. Wow. How many doors?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, man. Already that door's new?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Boop. Boop.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
No, I will not. I refuse. Fine.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Yay! This is...
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Oh.
We both know you didn't put in any actual
What?
work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No, you don't. You can just, like, go away. Nicely. It's not that hard.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
We're going on a trip.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Look,
Yay.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Whee! What the heck?
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Looks like a plant. I don't think it's doing anything, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, bye.
Wait, but we're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Where are we going?
trusted you. After everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
She's getting angry.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Boop, 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 boop,
This
boop, boop.
sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What direction? Oh.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. We should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with that counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game for eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Get bored and
So
leave.
now,
Find a
according to the
bookstore.
schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped. Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Nah.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Oh, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Dang it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Let me up. Oh. Welcome back. I'm looking for buttons. Button. That's button number 5. Here's button number 3. Where's button number 4? I gotta find the 4th button. I gotta press all of the buttons. I don't know where they all are though. am I supposed to get up there? Where am I supposed to get that button?
And when at last he found the source, oh, Stanley,
Oopsies.
you just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever we come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room is capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you.
This doesn't go so well.
Will you cling desperately to your fair life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. All of
was sad. Oopsies. I don't feel bad either, so.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Yay! New content! Where are we going? What about that way?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Huh.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Yay!
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
This doesn't look so safe.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning
Grass.
of a rising adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
The voice actor who plays, like, is just this, but, like, I feel bad for them.
Say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if...
What the...
Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Aw.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Whoa.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Yes.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department
That's actually
signed off on this?
an
I'm
achievement.
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to flame these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having having a great time together like always. What do you say?
Nah. Oh. This isn't even right. We're not even in the right place anymore.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something. Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh
I
my
call
god.
it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
We don't talk about that.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
I don't think that's
It's
what he
no games
said.
at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
It's okay, pal. Ooh. Oh man.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10.
The video
Don't you
of
get it, Stanley?
the beaten
game
path
was
of
perfect.
life.
It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I wanna go this way. How do I can't jump. Oh man.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Uh-oh.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Oh Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, his preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
He's getting sad. Now it's just sad.
Made it to feel as light and airy as it, well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue for... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about...
I think he's asleep.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed. They gnashed it. The end is never the end, 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 is never...
Well, that's sad. I think we're like time skipping, you know? Dang. It smells like fresh air, but I can't actually smell it. So, like, at the same time. Okay, then. We're probably getting like the stop playing for like 10 years achievement. Okay. Those sounds are just not normal. Get me out of here. No, I still want the button. Still want the button. You will not stop me from pressing the button. Hee hee. Dang it. Okay, bye. Where am I? Anyways, guys, that will be it for today's episode. I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.